We'll call this Planning Commission meeting for the month of May to order. My name is Kelly Rosecrans. I've been asked to sit in for the mayor. He has another commitment for today, so please bear with me. I'm the acting chairman here. Again, my name is Kelly Rosecrans. I am the Park and Recreation Commission representative to the Planning Commission. And we can have a round table introduction here, self-introduction.
Adam Tagan, City of Wisconsin Rapids Planning and Economic Development Director.
Shane Burkhart, Commission Member.
Joe Eichstead, Secretary to the Planning Commission.
Brian Aaron, Commission Member.
Okay, thank you. Our first order of business will be approval of the report from the April 6, 2015 Planning Commission meeting.
I move to be accepted as read.
Motion made by Fran.
Second that.
Second by Shane. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Maps and plats received. The Aspirus Wausau Hospital INC. The applicant is requesting certified soil map approval for the combination of multiple parcels into one, as well as the dedication of property as public road right-of-way. The subject property is located west of State Highway 54 between Chestnut Street and Saratoga Street. Parcels 34-14850, 34-14849, 34-14848, 34-10687, 34-10874, 34-10876, 34-14852, and 34-14853. Is there any, Adam, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, just as I handed out updated CSMs to the commission this evening, we did receive one late on Friday. They actually have changed, so it's no longer being combined into one large parcel. They're proposing combining the parcels referenced into 4 properties. So there would be one north of the former Oak Street. There would be one that would encompass the former Aspirus Doctors Clinic, and then there would be 2 south of Aspirus Doctors Clinic. So, city staff has reviewed this. Multiple minor changes have been made, but overall we are in support of the CSM as presented.
Thank you, Adam. Commissioners have any questions or concerns?
The only question I have is if they go ahead and do this, what we had talked about, maybe in the way of a water park or something, then what happens when there's 4 parcels? Can they come back and get back into one again? Or?
Yeah, I think the way they have it proposed is if a project were to locate on that southernmost property, which is the lot 4, it's 8 acres, which is sufficient to locate a property like that. Okay. So they wouldn't need to come back through if that happened. However, if something else comes down the pipe that needs to be revised, you can make a certain number of revisions to CSMs in the course of 5 years. I think you can do 3 in a 5-year period. So they would just have to come back through the commission to adjust property lines.
Any other comments? Or?
See no concern. I make a motion, we approve it as discussed.
Motion made by Shane.
Second.
Second by Fran Aaron to approve the request for the multiple parcels. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. There were no other maps and plats received. We move into a public hearing on Plan 15-0508, City of Wisconsin Rapids. The applicant is requesting an amendment to Chapter 11 zoning and Chapter 12 subdivisions and platting of land. Again, Adam?
Well, would you like me to read word for word?
No, that's quite all right.
No. Okay. There's a lot of paperwork here, but ultimately on the zoning code itself, there's a very minor change, and it is basically adding some language that states that lighting for cell towers needs to be avian friendly, meaning it's ideally not going to attract birds and result in their deaths. It's actually a recommendation that comes from our Bird City USA group. It gets them additional points towards future applications, so it's just making the city more bird friendly. So that's the only change in the 80 some odd pages of the zoning code. Any questions on that one? All right.
You cancel out a lot of things on there.
If it's not highlighted in red, those are old strikeouts.
Oh, they're
They're
old.
not things that we're
All right.
proposing this time. So it's really just that one change.
Okay.
Then subdivision code, that's a little more. There's three main categories of changes. One is that we're coming into the 21st century and we're striking all language that references the old Mylar maps or other previous map making technology that we just don't get them anymore. We get everything electronic. So we're striking languages that are referencing that. We're adding some clarification language that states that certified survey maps and plats have to conform with the official map, and that's found on the very first page of chapter 12. That's to clarify, for example, on the Aspirus one where there's areas where we are requiring dedication of public right-of-way. That's just firming up that language. It's implied, but now it's black and white and says you have to do that. And then the third change is a recommended change from the fire department. Basically, they're looking for larger cul-de-sac sizes within when new streets are put out. So the proposed right-of-way radius is being increased from 100 to 120 feet, and then the actual pavement itself would increase from 80 to 100 feet. And then one I didn't really reference in the overview is that engineering recommended some cleanup on the minimum widths for the different categories of streets. Over the last 20 years when this was last adopted, the different definitions have changed and we have some different subcategories, so that language was cleaned up as well. So that are the changes we are proposing.
Very good.
I don't see any problem with it.
No, it's,
You know, apparently you people know probably what's best for the code than we do. And I've read it over and I don't see anything that's.
There's nothing out of the ordinary, you know.
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I would classify this as maintenance changes.
Right.
It's not earth-shaking policy changes, I guess.
it's good. It's probably things you ran across problems in the past, so you update, bring them up.
Exactly. We try to not do it every time we find a little one, just
Right.
every couple of years, and try to bring them all forward. So
Okay.
don't forget you need to close the public hearing.
Yeah, that was a public hearing, so unless there's anybody that has any problems with it, we'll close the public hearing, so. So we'll take action on Plan 15-0508, the City of Wisconsin Rapids.
I move they be accepted as written.
Motion made and.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Shane to accept the action on Plan 15-0508. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the ayes have it. That is
That's it.
it, unless we have
Tom, you made it just in time to adjourn.
And then to get her at that.
Actually, if you don't mind, just
Yeah,
one thing.
Adam, I think you have.
Yeah, just one thing wanted to clarify. The Plan Commission, at least the old membership, had always set up a policy that if there is a public hearing, that the meeting was held at 5 o'clock, and if there was not a public hearing, that the meeting was held at 4 o'clock. Since the membership has completely changed since that rule was in place, just something to think about on how this commission wants to deal with that. If you want to keep that same policy, or if you want to move it to every single time it's at a certain time, either the 4 or the 5 o'clock, we can do that as well.
Shane, do you have any trouble with 4? I don't either. Kelly does.
I just prefer that it's consistent, because I think I've
Yeah,
missed
I do
one
too.
or two,
Yeah.
because I don't see the highlight.
Yep.
So I can do pretty much anything as long as it's consistent.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, if you want, we can, since not all the membership's here, I can do a straw poll and bring that back next
It'd be
time
nice
we
to be
meet.
able to get in if it's 4 o'clock.
That would be nice too, I mean, so city hall doors aren't locked. But, so I'll just do a offline straw poll and then bring those results back, and then you guys can make a formal decision at the next month meeting. It's just something I wanted to bring to your attention, because I know there's some confusion when it flip-flops back and forth, so that's all I had.
Very good. Thank you, Adam. I guess, is there a motion to adjourn?
Your turn.
I'll motion we adjourn.
By Shane. Second by Fran. Adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Good night.